What's going on, YouTube? So today we got chest and side delts. I'm feeling a little tired today and I got a bit of a headache, so I'm hoping that once I get in the gym, I already drank all my pre-workout, so I'm thinking the headache might have been from like just feeling tired. So I'm hoping the pre-workout will start to kick in soon and the headache goes away. But if not, hopefully when I start moving around in the gym, the blood will start flowing and I'll start to feel a little bit better. But yeah, so today I'm going to hit some chest and side delts. I'm thinking I might hit a little bit of front delt as well, just at the end of the workout, probably just a couple front raises, just to get a little bit of volume in over there. And then finish up with some abs. So I'm thinking I'm probably gonna start with incline Smith machine, because the dumbbells only go up to 75s, and that's definitely not heavy enough for me. To start with at least. So definitely incline Smith machine. Then I'm thinking I'm gonna do one of their chest press machines. They feel pretty it feels pretty good. It kind of converges in at the top, which feels really nice. Definitely gonna do some flies and maybe some dumbbell press too, probably towards the end of the workout, but we'll see what I end up doing. Right now it is a little bit later out. I don't usually train at this time, but Tuesdays, you're gonna see this on a Wednesday, but for me it's Tuesday. It's busy with work because I have to go in early and I stay pretty late. And my home gym is still open now, but it gets a little crowded at this time and it closes in about an hour. So there's not really enough time to get a full workout in, but this is why Planet Fitness really comes in handy, because they have the 24 hours and yeah, it just comes in handy sometimes. So if you are looking for a gym that is cheap and you want 24-hour access, Planet Fitness might be the way to go. So I'm gonna head over there now, and I'll see you for the first work set of chest. See ya. All right, how's it going, everybody? So this is the first work set over here. This was my top set. I believe I only got 6 reps, which is the lowest end of volume I want to do. So I obviously didn't do this weight for my next set. I dropped it to, I think this is 205 on the Smith machine because the bar only weighs 25 pounds. For this next set, you'll see in a few minutes, I dropped it to 175. I believe I got 10 good reps. I did one more set after on here at this higher incline setting, and I believe I did the same weight again. If not, I think I dropped it by like 10 pounds just to get a few more reps out of the tank. I think I got 12 for the set after this, but I didn't record it. So for my mindset at Planet Fitness, they don't have a real lot of like incline press machines, and I don't really like doing dumbbells here because the dumbbells are a little light. So what I did was after I was done with the higher incline on Smith machine, I dropped the bench one level, as you'll see in the next clip, and it was a little bit of a lower incline, and that felt really nice as well. On those, I went pretty light. I only went up to like 135 and just got a really good stretch all the way down to the bottom, and I got a really good squeeze at the top. These felt really nice. As you could see with the lighter weight, I'm really trying to go more slow and controlled and really have that constant tension and mind muscle connection on the chest the entire set. I finished up here with some partial reps. You'll see in a few seconds. And these felt really nice. I was pushing it up as much as I could. And honestly, just firing away and just really pushing through these really fatigued my chest and contributed to a great pump. After that, I moved over to some flat decline chest press. I call it kind of a decline because I feel it in my lower chest when I do these. But these feel phenomenal. I'm doing this voiceover the day after, and my lower inner chest is very sore, which is exactly what I want because I believe that's a lagging point for me. So these felt really nice. Again, I'm going nice and slow and controlled. I'm not really trying to throw up a real lot of weight. I think I only have like 130 on the machine, so not too heavy. Just really squeezing them at the top, not holding that lockout for too long because I really want to keep constant tension on my chest the entire set. Go down until you feel a nice stretch and then pop right back up. I believe I do a drop set on this with a few partials. Again, these were feeling really nice. I did 3 sets over here today. Um, Honestly, I like to do chest at my home gym, but I really do like this machine at Planet Fitness for chest. It really does a nice job of converging in at the top to get a really good inner pec squeeze. After this, I moved on to some cable flies. Again, if you watched my last few chest videos, I do the same cable fly variation. They just feel really, really nice for me, and always great. I always get great chest activation on these. Sorry for the crappy angle. I got to do better about placing the tripod, but anyway, it doesn't matter. You can still see the movement. Again, I'm getting a really good squeeze at the bottom, keeping a nice tempo the entire time. I'm not trying to really go too fast on these. In my mind, flies are one of the movements that you really want to try to isolate your pecs the entire time. I mean, I feel like with any movement you want to isolate the given muscle, but flies are one of the movements where I don't see a need in really going too heavy on, and you really want to get a really good, slow and controlled sets on these movements. Because I feel like flies, you could really hurt your shoulder if you go too heavy. So I try to take a little bit of a lighter approach and go real slow and controlled, get a really good squeeze and a really good stretch. I feel like that's what flies are really for, just getting a really good stretch at the bottom and squeezing them in as hard as you can. So I don't really see the need to go too heavy on these. Just go nice and light. Keep the tension on the chest the entire time. With these, again, I say it every time, I really try to push with the palms of my hands, and with my inner elbows, I try to touch them together. Obviously, they're never going to touch, but it's a good mental cue to have to really activate your chest. After these, I moved into the last chest exercise of the day, which happened to be assisted dips. This is a great finisher. For these, I'm really trying to lean forward more just to activate my chest rather than my triceps. And with these, I'm really trying to push through my palms and activate my chest. I really don't want to target my triceps at all in these. And it takes a little bit of time to get the mind muscle connection to really only feel it in your chest. But if you could take the time and really try to learn it, it's game changing in my opinion, because this is one of the best lower pec movements you could do in my opinion. Even works the inside of your chest as well, which I think is crucial for training chest. So right here I failed a rep. I believe that was like 60 pounds less than my body weight, and now I made it even lighter for myself just to squeeze a few more reps. Again, with these, I'm really trying to target my chest the entire time. I do not want my shoulders or triceps to do any of the work. I mean, it's given that they're going to do a little bit of work, but I'm really trying to keep most of the stress on my chest. I haven't done these in a while due to my chest injury, but everything was feeling great today, and so I decided to give them a shot, and they still feel great. So I'm going to probably be doing these more in the future. Maybe even as a warm-up before incline Smith machine or incline barbell or incline dumbbell, whatever I decide to do for my first movement. But anyway, now over to side delts. Right here, I'm doing single arm cable raises. They feel absolutely phenomenal on the machine right now. I believe I only have like 10 pounds loaded. And my mindset behind these is I don't really want to go too heavy, because I feel like when you go too heavy, it really targets your upper back and your traps a lot. And when I'm trying to train side delts, I don't want anything else to be worked but them. So I took a really light approach. I didn't go down fully, and I just kept my side delts isolated the entire set. These felt really, really nice. Went down slow. Once I hit that stopping point, I went right up again. I'm really not trying to have the weight sit down for too long, because that's going to just take tension off the side delt. And like I've said multiple times, I think the best way to build muscle is by keeping constant tension on it. And really slow, nice tempo. Bring it all the way up, squeeze for a second, and then down slow. That's going to be great if you can master that for side delts. I did 5 sets over here. I only recorded 1. They all looked like this. I think this was actually the heaviest set I did. I think I dropped it to like 8 or 9 pounds after this. Again, I wasn't trying to go too heavy. I was just trying to stay within my rep goal, but go super slow and controlled. So these felt phenomenal. So yeah, I did 5 sets here. Then I went over to some dumbbell side raises, and I only went up to the 20 pounds on those, as we'll see in a few seconds, sorry. Yeah, right here. And you'll see I'm squeezing them up there. It's definitely hard to hold them out like that, but you can really get a good side delt squeeze. And you can see I'm not going all the way down to my hips, because I think I call that like a dead zone, where my shoulders aren't really doing any work by keeping them down there. And like I said, I want constant tension on the muscle the entire set. So I'm not going to bring them all the way down. And I want to kind of hover them in front of me. That way the side delt is still being targeted even on the way down. Again, I'm going to go down there. I'm not going to hold it for too long and pop right back up. Granted, it's going to be hard to get it all the way up and hold it at the top. So I'm just going to try to squeeze out a few partials and bring up my arms as much as I can to target the rest of the side delt. Again, even though I can't get the full rep out, I'm not going to just stop my set. I know I still have partials to do to really push my side delts to the limit. Finish there with a 10-second hold. Now I moved over to single arm dumbbell raises. These feel really, really good here. I did 3 sets with both hands at the same time, and now I finished off with 2 sets of single arm. I only recorded my left side here. I forgot to set up the tripod for the right side, but it looked exactly the same. Again, my mindset here, I'm not bringing the weight all the way down. I'm going to kind of keep it in that targeting zone. I don't really want it in the dead zone where it's just kind of dead weight on the bottom. I want to target my side delts the entire time. So I squeezed out a few partials, and then I started to self-spot myself. You'll see me do that right here. My mindset behind this is I want to help my arm get it up, but I want my arm to be able to take it down all by itself. That way you get a little bit more work out of it. Again, the actual motion of the movement is important, but the, I think eccentric motion is, I think that's the word for it, is very important as well. All right, so that was it for side delts. Now I'm finishing up with 3 sets of the machine shoulder press. These felt really, really nice, especially after my chest was tired and my side delts were tired. I could really target my front delts pretty well. As you can see, I'm kind of holding the bar in a weird way. There's like no handle made there for it, but it felt nice for me, and I just stuck with it. And I did 3 sets over here, not too heavy, about 15 reps. All right, I'll see you in the car. All right, so I just wrapped up my chest, side delt, and front delt workout, and abs, I guess you can say. Today was a pretty long day. I think I was in there for probably about 2 hours and 20 minutes. But for me, that's pretty reasonable because, I mean, I had to do, I did 12 sets of chest, and then I did 10 sets of side delt, and then another 3 for front and another 3 for abs. So when you look at how that all breaks down, that's a lot of work I had to get done. And to get it all done in 2 hours and 20 minutes, I'm pretty happy with that. All in all, great workout. I definitely was not feeling my strongest. If you remember on the way here, I was saying I had a bit of a headache. It went away on the drive here when the pre-workout kicked in, but if I'm gonna be honest, it did affect me. Like, I wasn't totally mentally into it. I noticed every training day after quads is always a little funky, only because I'm pushing it really, really hard, and that pressure and squeezing it, I think it messes with my head for a couple days. I think my central nervous system might have been shot. So that definitely took a toll on today's chest day in terms of strength. However, the pump was great. And in my eyes, bodybuilding is more about the pump than the strength. Because in the end of the day, when I'm on stage, they're not going to grade me on, oh, did you bench 315 or 225? You know, they're going to grade me on, how does my chest look? Is it full enough? Is it big enough? Is it defined enough? Is it dense enough? You know, and that goes to be said for my shoulders, back, legs, arms, everything. I was just using chest as an example because I just trained chest. So in my eyes, if strength isn't there, that's not going to mess up my workout. I mean, if I'm feeling strong, why not push the weight? But if it's not in the cards for that given day, I honestly am not fazed by it. I just go for the pump, and that's what I did. Phenomenal chest pump on even the first few sets of Smith machine, incline Smith machine press. Phenomenal chest fatigue and phenomenal chest pump. I was just feeling so much blood, and I felt it like up in here in like the mid upper chest, which is exactly where I want to feel it, because that's a lagging point for me. So yeah, I did 5 sets on incline Smith. 3 of them were at a higher incline, and then after the 3 sets, I lowered the incline a little bit. All of them felt great. After that, I went over to the chest press machine, and it was almost like a decline because I was pressing kind of like this. And if I'm going to be honest, that felt great. I was really able to get a good squeeze right in here for that mid-lower pec, and they felt phenomenal. I did 3 sets over there. And then after that, I finished up with some cable flies, another 3 sets there. And then I did a finisher with assisted dips to failure. So I put it on like 60 pounds, which means like 60 pounds minus your body weight. So I did as many as I could there. And then I increased the weight again to 100 pounds. So it was 100 pounds less than my body weight, and did as many reps as I could there as well. Again, I was really trying to press with my chest when I was doing the dips. I was really trying to press with my chest rather than my triceps. And to do that, you have to really lean forward more, and it almost acts as like a push-up. So all in all, great chest portion of the workout. Side delts, I had a little like thing in my head, a little thought in my head, because I remember last chest and side delt day, I really, really liked going lighter on the movements and just really feeling it in my side delts rather than getting any trap activation. So I went super duper light today. I started with cables to not really have a battle with gravity and just really squeeze the reps with the cables. And I honestly, I maxed out at 11 pounds on that machine for the first work set, and then everything else was like under 10 pounds. Again, it's not about the weight, it's about how you do the movement and how you make that weight feel. Like, if you can make a light weight feel heavy and really control the shit out of it, you're gonna grow. And it's hard for people to do that because you need to unlock this like mind muscle connection, and you'll know one day when you click it, and it'll just it'll flip like a switch. Like, you'll just know that's what I have to do to grow, and the progress you'll make will be substantial compared to what it was before. It'll be awesome. So just really take that time and really learn how to feel the muscle. Like, on the first rep, you should really try to learn how to feel it. And if you feel it on the first rep, you know your mind muscle connection is on point and you're good to go. So yeah, really light on cables. Then I went over to the dumbbells. I maxed out at 20 pounds in each hand. Again, if you watch back in the clips, and I'll probably explain this in the voiceover, I was never down by my hips. I stayed in an isolated zone where my side delts were constantly being worked, even at the bottom. If your hands are by your hips, your arms are just down, so your side delts aren't really going to be targeted. But if they're like hovering above and just in this motion, constant tension will be on that side delt the entire time, and you're going to get an awesome pump that way. So I highly recommend trying those out if you've never done so before. I did 3 sets with both arms at the same time, and then I finished off with 2 sets single arm. I only recorded my left side on that. I honestly forgot to pick my phone up and record the right side, but it looked exactly the same. And I even self-spotted myself a bit. And when I self-spot, I'm gonna help myself lift it up, but I still want my arm to take it down, because the hard part is getting it up. Taking it down, you can really go slow and just try your best to take it down. So highly recommend doing those as well. Yeah, so side delts and chest, great. Front delts, I went over to the what was the machine called? Just the shoulder press machine. I didn't even use the handles that they recommended, like the black parts, either this one or this one. I kind of grabbed it in the middle on the yellow bar that wrapped around, and honestly that felt like a really good sweet spot for me, and I just rolled with it. I did 3 sets of 15 with only 100 pounds on the machine. So again, I was more just going for a front delt pump, nothing too crazy. Then for abs, I just finished off with some crunches. I used the crunch machine this time. I didn't like kneel and do the regular cables. I just used the machine. They both feel pretty good. So yeah, that's about it. I'm gonna get heading home now. I got one more meal to eat, and then I'm going to bed. I'm tired. Yeah, I got my 8 ounces of ground beef and my cucumber. So it'll be a good meal. So yeah, that's all I got. I'll see you tomorrow for arms, forearms, and yeah, arms, forearms, and abs. All right, I'll see you then.